With the PCT date fast approaching, I decided to make a couple of last-minute gear changes. Let's take a look. First, I picked up a new hiking shirt. I'm going with a long sleeve, lightweight button down as my main hiking shirt. Specifically, I went with the Columbia Silver Ridge. Now there are two things I like about this shirt. First, it has an antibacterial treatment that should help keep the stench down. I've been moving away from synthetic running shirts for backpacking because they smell bad even after washing. Second is the weight. I was able to drop 1.6 ounces by switching to this shirt, as it only weighs 6.6 ounces compared to 8.2 ounces for the shirt I was previously wearing. I've worn it on a couple of day hikes now to try it out, and I really like how it feels. The next piece of gear is another new hiking shirt. And as you know, my favorite piece of clothing is my 3/4 zip Patagonia Capilene hoodie. It's the one I'm wearing now. This thing is great in all sorts of temperatures. However, I did find one that was quite a bit lighter that I may switch to in the desert. I'm talking about the Echo Sun hoodie by Outdoor Research. It's very lightweight at only 4.6 ounces compared to 8.6 ounces for my favorite Patagonia. It is not as warm as a Patagonia, so I won't be starting out with it. However, if I find out in the desert that I don't need the extra warmth, I will be swapping it out along the way just to save that 4 ounces. Next piece of new gear is yet another shirt. This one is a t-shirt, and I like to wear t-shirts under my main shirt. Don't ask me why, I just like it. This one is the Patagonia Cool Trail t-shirt. This one is pretty lightweight at 5.4 ounces. I know there are lighter shirts out there, but this one is not too bad. The main reason I picked up this one is because it has an odor control fabric. When I was mentioning odor control shirts on some of the Facebook backpacking groups, I had some people saying, oh, you just need to toughen up and deal with the stink. Well, let me tell you, there's a huge difference between the stink that comes out of a synthetic running shirt and a shirt that has some kind of antibacterial or odor control fabric in it. I've hiked in both of them, and it is just terrible when you're wearing one of these running shirts that you've worn for a long time. It stinks the minute you put it on, and nobody wants to smell worse than the bathroom door on a tuna boat when you're hiking. Especially when I'm going to be going into restaurants occasionally and maybe even getting a hitch. I don't need to subject anybody to that stench. Next, I have finally upgraded my trowel. I've been backpacking with the standard orange Walmart trowel for years, and it served me well, but there are definitely better alternatives available today. What I ended up going with is the standard Deuce of Spades. It seems to be pretty popular out there. I got it. It's so super lightweight. It's going to save about an ounce over the trowel that I was using, and I'm pretty excited about that. Plus, it takes up less space in my pack. Next, I picked up a waterproof bag for my quilt. And my quilt is the one piece of gear I must protect and keep dry at all costs. As you know, down loses its insulative properties when it gets wet, and if you get wet in the cold weather, that can be deadly. So I definitely need to keep this thing dry. Now, I've been using my pack cover, and it's got a semi-water resistant bag that it came with, but I just don't think it's very smart to be hiking around with something that isn't 100% waterproof on this important of a piece of gear. The bag I picked up was the Sea to Summit Ultra Sil 8-liter dry bag. Now this thing weighs just over an ounce, which is really not much heavier than the bag that my quilt came with. And to me, this one just seems like a no-brainer. Next, I switched out my headlamp. I'm now going with the Nitecore NU25 rechargeable headlamp. This thing is an ounce lighter than my old headlamp. Plus, I won't have to carry spare batteries because you can recharge it with a USB cable. A lot of people like to swap out the strap that's on this thing and put like a really lightweight strap on it, but I'm fine with the way it fits now. I think it feels good. It's still lightweight to me, and I'm gonna stick with the strap that it came with. Lastly, I'm making the move to a fanny pack. Now, my son thinks this is kind of ridiculous, and I know some people love them, some people hate them, but it's something I want to carry with me because I want to have quick, easy access to snacks, my reading glasses, my phone. I'll keep my wallet and cash in there. Also, I can keep my little tripod that I use for taking video on the trail. That thing is a pain to keep in my shorts pocket. Plus, when I'm wearing shorts, stuff has a tendency to fall out of them. I lost a pair of reading glasses that way on the trail last summer, and it was kind of frustrating having to go a couple of days without being able to really read my phone very well. The fanny pack that I picked up is the Patagonia ultralight black hole at 2.8 ounces, so it's pretty lightweight. It's not huge, it's actually fairly small, but I have enough room to keep the essentials in there, and I'm really looking forward to having it with me on the trail. All right, everyone, that is it for the gear that I've swapped out recently. I feel like my gear list is all dialed in right now, and I'm completely ready to start the trail. Can't wait for the trip to begin. Can't wait to begin sharing the adventure with all of you, and I'm gonna do my best to make the videos fun and entertaining so you have something to look forward to. As always, if you found any value in this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks, and we'll see you out on the trail.